my God, that's fast. I'm not sure that you could replicate that kind of experience in any car that is currently made by Porsche. This is the 1511 design 914, and it is the Restomod that asks the question, what if the 914 had never been the underdog? It weighs just about a ton and has 380 horsepower. That's about 3 times the amount of power that the most powerful original 9146 had. Let's take a closer look, shall we? The 2 things that make this car super special. Number 1, the engine. It does away with the original car's weedy 4-cylinder engine. And I don't mean that as any disrespect to 914 owners. I think 914s are wonderful. But it puts in a flat 6 Porsche engine. And not the 9146 engine either. That only had, I think, 125 horsepower when Porsche did it. This has 380 bhp from a 987.2 flat 6 from the Boxster Kamm series. They put forged pistons in it, they soup up the ECU. Wow, 380 horsepower. I'm looking forward to getting this out on the road and showing you what it feels like. The second thing that makes this truly special is its weight. Just a ton. They start with an original 914 chassis, heavily tweaked, and then all of the bodywork is carbon fibre. And as I sit here under this light, I can just see a bit of the weave under the paint here. That weighs less than a Lotus Exige, but with Porsche's noise and Porsche's torque. All right, a little walk around. From the rear, you can see it's a wee bit wider than a 914 from the original series. Also, those exhausts. You can see there's been some fettling going on there, can't you? But you still get the 914 badge, and it is obviously a 914. The next thing you notice is proper rubber. And I mean, oh my God, look at the width of that rubber. That is good. They're 265, 365 R18s, 18-inch wheels. In the light here, the colour is absolutely wonderful. And that Porsche decal on the side in yellow is very nice. Lovely 1511 badge on the side. And the Fuchs wheels just give it that period touch, which is lovely. With a little bit of 1511 branding there as well. The lights on the front, I think, are really lovely. They are Moby Dick style lights on the front, which I think make it look really, really sort of menacing. If you can imagine this coming up in your rear view mirror, then you'd get out the way, wouldn't you? As you get closer, you see lots of dead insects, which is always a good sign that a car can move, but also carbon fibre all over it, which is our friend here. I'm not a fan of carbon fibre everything, but where it's used to save weight, I'm a massive fan. And it looks fairly modern at the front. There's been some modernising going on, and you can decide whether you like that or not. As we get round to this side, these wing mirrors, I'm a big fan of bullet style mirrors on the door. I think they're wonderful. They look great on the Kamm 912C in last week's video, didn't they? And they do here as well. These doors don't weigh a lot, which is really, really nice. And then we get to the other part of the car, aside from the engineering, is just how well appointed it is. The leather and the sort of Alcantara in here is first rate. Very, very good quality. And as I turn the corner around here, you get to see the light shining on this lovely Pepita cloth fabric, which matches perfectly with the burgundy leather. And that stretches all the way through into these lovely bucket seats. You get a glimpse of this exposed 917 style gear stick with a wooden knob on the end, which I don't think would ever get boring, honestly, and a plaque showing which one this is that is made, and you can see which number this one is. Matching Pepita on a very stripped out dash, an Alcantara sitting on the top in black, so there's hardly any reflection into the windscreen. And if I get in, you get a perfect view of the dials. They are very traditional Porsche, modernised for 2025. The Pepita is lovely. Yes, you get air conditioning. You get Porsche's PCCM, So if you've got a really good vision, perhaps you can see that screen for your navigation. Well done, Porsche, for doing that. Down here, the carpeting is lovely, and you get these exposed pedals with 914 on them. Don't they just look brilliant? Now, it seems to me that this isn't too bad a place to film a video, is it? I'm very lucky. Thanks to HK Motor Cars for letting me in, as always. You can come and see this car at HK Motor Cars. But I think what remains now is for me to show you what it drives like. So let's get out on the road, shall we? Let's do that. Okay, let's take this wonderful sports car for a spin, shall we? My God! Holy cow, my script has gone everywhere. Whoa! No, there isn't much that's going to keep up with this. Wow! This is fast. The throttle response is instant. It's instant. And you are away on a wave of power and torque. I mean, man, an original owner of a 914 would be very surprised, I think. The clutch is fairly hard, but it's predictable, so it's not binary. It's firm though, I would say. The gearbox, no dog's leg first on this, just a traditional pattern. Very close ratio, and honestly, very easy in traffic, I must say. And that was a pull from fourth there. That was really no bother at all. And the steering wheel is just beautiful. It's small, it's thin. It is covered in Alcantara with a nice red stripe at 12 o'clock. You could happily go on the circuit in this. The ride is firm, but not uncomfortable in traffic if you go over the odd bump. Pretty comfortable, and these seats hold you in nicely. And they're so well appointed. The Pepita on here is just beautiful. That exhaust is ever present. You hear it at whatever speed you're going at, and it booms. And as I turn the car around, one of the advantages of it being such a lightweight car is that it just doesn't need power steering. The steering is direct but light and very, very easy to control. All right, here we go. Shit, that is bloody fast. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's fast. Now, there's lots to say about that. I'm not sure that you could replicate that kind of experience in any car that is currently made by Porsche. And in fact, you remember last week's video, we looked at the Kamm 912C, and I thought that was quick. it would not see where this one went. And I'm not even kidding. This weighs a quarter of a ton more than that car, but has a significant more amount of power. Now, it's a different kind of car, so we shouldn't really compare. But here's the thing, if you had a GT3 RS made by Porsche these days, I don't think it would be up there with this would be up there with that. The GT3 RS that I drove myself was a 992. I don't think it was as fast as this. Now, the thing about GT3 RSs is that everybody and his brother has one, whereas these are incredibly rare. Oh my God, this is an experience. And here are those power to weight stats. Yes, about the same as a 911 Turbo S. Look, I get it. The 914 has always been the awkward stepchild of the Porsche community, but this build takes its weirdness and flips it. In fact, it weaponizes it. And you could spend double and get a singer. This is about $500,000 as spec'd here. Or you could mod a 993 or a 964, but they wouldn't be this different, this radical. This is an underdog with teeth. It's not cheap and it's not perfect, but it might just be the most characterful Porsche I've driven this year. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I have making it. And oh my God, I've enjoyed this car so fast. If you did, please leave me a like. Consider subscribing for more content like this. That is the car we're doing next, by the way, that particular 928. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Next time, a very unique 928 S4 and some advice. I am going to give you the best piece of advice for anyone buying a Porsche 928.